Well, good afternoon my YouTube friends, it's Margaret here from M.E.s Orchids, and we're in the grow room. And so how did the orchids fare whilst I was away for 5 days? Well, they all sighed relief. The fact that I wasn't in here fussing and messing about, and they've done absolutely fine. So now I can go away at times and not have to worry, because they will be fine. The only two that I thought were just starting to show signs of distress were the Barcarias. And I mean, they don't look much better today, but they are actually due to be watered. And so this is the Atelio, Santa Marian. Now all these are going to stay in as they are now, because as you know, we went to Wales, and my daughter owns the property there, and they also own a lodge. So until March we've got free access to go and visit, and so we've booked, you know, several trips. And so I'm not moving anything, everything's going to stay the same. Now this Phalaenopsis here, that's little Zorro, and can you see? Now these were all checked yesterday, and they did have the water changed. And there's one, you see, it's got a bad leaf, but it's fine. It's got good roots, and I'm hopeful for that one. This is the Hieroglyphica, the one with the crown rot, so we'll just have to see whether or not it produces a keiki. And I've not watered everything yet, but I've got round to most. This is the Angraecum sesquipedale. That new root there is heading straight down, and this was watered before we went. There's the water level, and so I don't have to worry about this. This can get watered and flushed as I get round to it. That's the beauty of sometimes having them in semi-hydro. There's another root which is going to head downwards. This is the Coleogene Bedfordiense with that new upright growth. And let's just pick this one out. This is the little Phalaenopsis. This is the one I had at Christmas, and the other one promptly died on me. We've got that new leaf there, can you see? And this was left in this glass vase, and there are the roots. Can you see the water level? But because that's pumice and leca, it's still hydrating right up to that level. We've got a leaf dying back there, but that's understandable. And we've got that other root there. See? So, especially when you go away, this type of method is wonderful. And so what have I done that perhaps I haven't shown you? That's one of the Phalaenopsis. This is the one that I changed over from organic media. This is in the self-watering pot to inorganic media. And so it's not affected any of these blooms. That was that nice big inflorescence and blooms on one of the Phalaenopsis. I can't remember which one it is now, but I think I've put that into inorganic media. And this is Haesong Tian Mu, and I was looking at Ed's, because Ed's got one that's got a bud coming, and I've struggled with mine. Mind, it did come as a loose division. So what I've done, and I think I should have done it at the very beginning, because I think if I remember rightly, Michael McCarthy actually did suggest, can you see that black there? Now don't worry and think that's rot, because it isn't. But that was an eye, and that eye has died. But there's another eye round this other side that hasn't opened, and so I've put it in this net pot inside this terracotta pot. And if I gently bring you back here, I'll show you what I did with the other piece that I cut off. So that's the other piece that I cut off, and I've put it on this piece of wood. There's the cut, and I don't know whether you'll see that first, if you like, ring of this pseudobulb here. Just go down there. I think there's a possibility of an eye coming there. Now we've got this eye here, and I don't think it's quite dormant yet. It's not far off, is it? But there's always a but. I'm hoping, I've got this matting here, you know, with some sphagnum moss round, and this is how I'll leave it when we go away. They're watered, and that horticultural matting stays damp, and that one now just rests over here. And this is one of the little Phalaenopsis. Which one's this one? This one's Bellina times Violacea, and these were all checked yesterday and watered. And can you see just in there? Is it going to focus? I don't know whether that's a flower or a root. I can't quite make my mind up yet. I'm hoping it's going to be a flower inflorescence. And of course this big one here, which is it's been watered, and it's just hanging here to let the drips go into this little container here. And this is Chysis lemingii, and of course this usually sits up there it usually hangs up there, but look how it's grown. Can you see? Look at this. It's enormous. Now that's of course been watered this morning, and that'll be put back up on the shelf here. And this is one of the little Stellas, just in this little bucket here, and these got watered this morning, all these little Vandaceous types, and you see they're all giving new growths, although I've not had much success with flowers this year. But I'm not going to remove them from their pots or change the sphagnum moss this time, because it's fresh, and I do believe they will last for 2 years. So we'll go up here. That's the Scaphoglottis. That's the Dendrobium Adae, and that there is the, can you see I've put that matting around it, that's the Aspasia. That's the other Scaphoglottis, and this got watered today. This is the, let me just show you, Gatton Sunray. That's doing very well now. Hopeful next year it might give me a bloom. So if we go around this way now, I'm going back on myself as normally I do when I start nattering here. This is the this came as a loose division. This is Lelia Purparata, and you see, new growth. Thrilled to bits with that one. This one did fine. This is one I've had to put on this mount, Syncoriana by Alawi, because it just wasn't doing well, and it looks as though it's sending up another new little growth there. And that's, but that seems to be all right on the mount, and that lasted for the duration whilst we were away. So did this. The light's very good here. This Phalaenopsis Finleyi, can you see? And the root comes all the way down there, so that's fine. So I've been able to actually check everything and decide what I need to do next time. Well, not next time, because we're only going away for 5 days next time, which is the same period we've gone away this time. So I've no need to worry next time. I'll just do everything the same. But when we go for a fortnight, I might have to just think about some of them. Mind you, I can always take them with me. Keith raised his eyebrow when I said that. So what's this one? Amboyensis. We might be in luck. Do you think? Hopefully. This is Chatelae Day, and still growing and sending roots. That was watered yesterday. This one, this is Tetraspis purple, and I love this one now. Look, it's branching out. A root there and a root underneath. And I do believe that this little inflorescence is actually extending a little bit. And this one definitely is. Look at this one. And this one is, can I have a look, is Phalaenopsis violacea indigo blue. So I'm thrilled to bits with that one as well. And of course, God Old Faithful, Walkeriana. That survived, no problem at all. Absolutely no problem at all. There we go. The size of that leaf now. This will need to get watered again today. So when we're going for a longer period, it's going to be end of September, October. So our nights will be drawing in quite rapidly then. So I don't think I've got any need to worry at all. And this one here, this is the Rlc Pink Empress. That's that new growth with the sheath inside. Now, whether that'll do anything, I've absolutely no idea. Now, if I just pull this little footstool over here, so I can stand on it. These are the bark areas. And you see? But we have got, which one is it? I think it's this one. But I'll lift this one down. Look. Can you see? Where we've got new roots. And I think it'll be fine. They'll be watered again today, so that means that they will have been watered twice since we got back. And I think they'll do fine. I mean, they don't have water on tap when they're in the natural habitat, so well, they have to sink or swim. And this is the Labiata Var Cerulea. That's that new leaf this year. And of course, this is the Dendrobium Chrysotoxin. And the roots on this one, they go all underneath, and they're now reaching and coming out at the top. This likes to be well watered, but it has to just put up with, and that's why we've got a few crinkly leaves. But never mind. That's the Cattleya. I did have to Forbes the eye. I did have to cut up one of the newly emerging leaves. I had to cut that. So something must have dripped on that. Oh, now we're right by the window, so I have to try and be careful because of the light. But this is the did I show you I'd moved this? I can't remember, you know. But this is the Orchids falcata. No, it isn't. It's yes, it is the Orchids falcata. And I'd got this big piece of polystyrene, and those roots those roots. Absolutely love it. And they started to branch out. And started to poke through there. They absolutely love it. And all I do is put it in a trough. See, that one there is branching out from there. And this is the first time with that new leaf that there's no marks on it. And then what did I do with the this one? Now we're in the corner here, so it's not very light, is it? How can I get it lighter for you? The Lelia Anceps. This is where I pulled the Vanda curvifolia from. So what I've done is, let me see if I can get the light. Okay, so this is the Lelia Anceps, and it's on that piece of wood. And what I've been able to do is jam that piece of wood inside this Iron Maiden, and it all goes into a trough of water, and it loves it. And I don't know if you'll see there, we've got branching roots. Can you see that one? And let me just show you if I can. The eye, and you see that eye there? Look at that. Yep. And this one, you can see it's getting more light now because it's a little bit purple. Let me see if I can show you if it's any better with the light that way. And I don't know what this is, this little thing. This. But I think it was the right decision. And by putting it here in the window, look at that root now. Can you see? Now it's elongating up. And the other root on the other side, well, that's going mad, that one is. And we're into the windowsill area here. And these are the catasetum. Well, this is it. This is the Signoties Taiwan gold, orange. And I hope the light's not too bad for you. And I've had to introduce water because can you see how bad that suitable got? So it's in this big tall one. This one also, look at that, suitable. And this one, to keep this hydrated, it has to go in this outer pot. And this one's doing very nice. Although, can you see, which I thought would happen, we've lost that one. You see, the thing is, if you water too soon, you run the risk of dieback. But this bulb was rotting anyway, and what's this one? This is the Fred Clark Aria After Dark SVO Black Cherry. So this is my main concern, was saving this one, saving this suitable. I don't know about the light now. And this is of course the with these nice shiny leaves here. This is the Dendrobium Chrysotoxin. So, and here we are. Here's another one here. And I pick it up, probably against the light. What is this one? Signoties Wine Delight. That's that one. See? And that's been watered this morning. And there's that big one, which has gone absolutely mad. And I don't understand when they say that's Catasetum pileatum yellow giant, because this is the one that's grown this year, this one, and it sent up this one, and this was in full water. So when they say you shouldn't water them when they're little, well, that one's developed in full water. this is of course Cattleya persifoliana in this corner here. And look at that. Can you see how that new growth is extended, and the other one next to it, right out here? These have been watered, and this is the big one here. And where's that? That's the new growth. Gosh, look at that. Look at the size of that new growth. And that's the Rlc 24K by Memoria Robert Strait. And this is that new growth for this year on the LC Bermondsey palm. Look at that. This is the big Lelia Purparata, and this is the one semi-alba dunkel. So that's a dark version of that one. And again, you see, I put this kind of a, you're not going to see that, kind of a backing on it so it'd stay moist. Not for too long, but for the time we were away. And now that just fits up there, doing very nicely. And if we quickly go over here, this is Labiata, new root that way, and also there's a new root gone round the other side. These are the ones that are in this little cup here, and this one, I don't know what's coming out there. There's two little things, and this is the Ascocendra. That's doing well. This one is the Cattleya cernua. These are in these little tiny cups, and these are doing well. That one there, Procatavolia, Jarrat Green Star, there's that new growth. Those are the Pathiopedilums behind, and this big thing here, this is that big, oh, she says, that one. And we turn it round. Be careful with this one, I don't lose my label. We turn it round. That's the newest growth, this one here. And let's see where that new bulb is. That started. There's that bulb there. But look at the height of this now. Can you see how high that leaf span is? And these are the two little Tolumnias, and they've fared okay. This is of course let's have a look what we've put there. Oh, here we go, Pastoral Innocence. That's that new growth there. Can you see that nice big new growth there? And we're back onto this shelf now, and this is the Bellara Peggy Ruth Carpenter with those new growths. This is the Cattleya gasculliana. That's the other part of the Rlc. And this is that big one. This is the now is this the Rlc? Cattleya Dusky Maid by Rlc Bruce Randall. And see, there's one new growth. That one. And that's the other new growth. That there is a BLC Pamela Hetherington. That's got a new growth there. And if we come down here, this one here, I've rescued this and hopefully I've saved it. And this one is the Cattleya violacea times Intermedia Var Rosea. So, keeping my fingers crossed. What's that one over there? That's the Preston's Camaridian. And we're still struggling with that one. The Rin Cattleyanthi, but it's still with us. Those are some of the hybrid Phalaenopsis down there. And here are, of course, the Vandas. you go. And that one isn't a Vanda, of course. That's Pink Diamond, Rlc. You see that new growth there? These are all doing fine. There's another one down there. And this is Curvifolia. Vanda Curvifolia, and there's that new root. So hopefully now I've saved that one. And this one is Vanda Peaches. And look at that. Weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. That's been flowering. But I think it's okay now. I think it's dying back a little bit. The only thing is, you see that other one? See the little marks? I must have dripped something on there. Things are so very, very sensitive. And we quickly move over here. These are all the big frags. That's what's that one? Garum Weaver, that one. And that's Garum Weaver. What's this one? Andean Fire. So this one's in this corner's Andean Fire. This one is Phragmipedium Mary Bess. There we go. This is Grande. Is it Grande? Yeah, that's Phragmipedium Grande. And these were watered when I got back, and they were watered again yesterday. That one is the No ID, which we think is Schroeder, and that's got a new growth on. That one is Las Varinas, and that's the newest growth on this one. And this one is Andrette times Artwigii. And then there's a little one here, that's Rothianum, and this one here is, now which is this one? Oh, I think this is Humboldtii. Yeah, that's Humboldtii. So they're doing well. Here we are, the Rhyncholalia with the root, and that hasn't been watered since I got back, so hopefully now that's settled in that container and it seems to like that position. That's that nice Brassocatlianthe Gerac Fire Star. That's one of the latest ones, and I've not moved that out of that media. This one, of course, is the Phalaenopsis tetraspis. I've had that before, so that's been with me a while. And if we go down on one knee, that's the Goldsmithianum, the Dendrobium. Those are the little cakeys. There's the Phalaenopsis Var Marmorata. This one's just been watered. That's the Sideria japonica. We've got another flower on the Masdevallias. Just thought I'd show you. We're quickly running out of time, but so I'll bid you farewell from me to you until next time. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye now.